everyone, and welcome to today's book spot. So today I'm doing two books because I really feel that they go together. The first one is, this is the first one that I had read. It's The Anxiety Cure, and it is by Dr. Archibald D. Hart. I bought this years ago now because I have had ongoing anxiety, suffering some panic attacks over the last 20 years. And so I bought this book. I had bought some books, a few books back then at the same time, but this was the book that really helped the most. Dr. Archibald Hart is a Christian clinical psychologist. So you've got the God perspective in there as well as the clinical psychology part. And he really goes through explaining what's going on with your body. And it helped me to really understand that anxiety is a physiological thing. There are chemical things happening in our bodies. And the really comforting thing is that Dr. Archibald Hart believes in medication. Okay, so this is not one of these, all you need is God philosophies. He believes in medication, but he also looks at your triggers and other factors and how you can reduce these things to reduce your anxiety longer term. So that's The Anxiety Cure. Now, he has another book that I then bought afterwards. This one is the hidden link between adrenaline and stress. And when I read this book, I discovered I'm an adrenaline junkie. Ha! Who knew? Me. So it's got the second title here, The Exciting New Breakthrough That Helps You Overcome Stress Damage. Now, look, this is so relevant to today. This was written a while ago, but it is even more relevant today because it explains the assault on our senses and our adrenal system today and how that's contributing to stress and anxiety. So this was really influential in helping me make lifestyle adjustments to reduce my stress, to recognize triggers, and again, Dr. Archibald Hart, Christian clinical psychologist. So I actually recommend this for parents, for your kids, even though it's not targeted for that, but just understanding the stress factors around us, what's actually causing us stress, even though we don't realize it, and how that affects adrenaline, because I really feel that that's impacting our kids today. And so I've always been, since reading this book and as raising the kids, trying to help reduce the unnecessary stimuluses and stresses, just to try and help them cope, because the world today is just a constant assault on our senses. So, even if you don't suffer a recognized anxiety, this is still really, really, really good for stress and just for your household, just understanding what's going on. So, a lot of the things in an ideal world, we could cut out X, Y, Z, all these stresses. But, and I think if you want to try and achieve that, that's going to add stress to your life because that's an unrealistic goal. But at least you can find ways to reduce the stresses and just make things easier to cope. So I really recommend these books. I found them so good. So The Anxiety Cure, particularly if you do suffer from anxiety, which, look, the statistics on that are growing all the time. And that's a sign about what's happening in this world. So there's that. Or otherwise, if you just would like to reduce stresses and things for you and the family, the hidden link between adrenaline and stress. Highly recommend. So I hope that's helpful to you. And I'll catch you at the next book spot.